This conference will now be recorded.
Well, good morning, friends. Thank you so much for joining us on APS Stamp Chat. My name is Heidi. I hope everybody enjoyed a lovely weekend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us at an earlier time here on Stamp Chat at 11 o'clock. It's nice to see so many faces from all over the world. And I'd like to give a shout out to our new members who are on the call. We've got the Daves, Shivani Dave, and Mark and Son. I'm sorry I didn't catch you. What's that?
Edward.
Edward. And so we have two APS members on the call, new members. So we really appreciate that. And that's what these stamp chats have been about. It's sharing information and fellowship, and it's really been a boon to the hobby and to the APS as well. And we appreciate everybody's support. Today we have with us, our guest is Sebastien Delcampe of Delcampe International. Delcampe was, the website was launched in 2000, and it is a tremendous site, really well known internationally, particularly in Europe. A little less known here in the United States, but that's why we have Mr. Delcampe with us today. And for anybody who's ever been curious about buying online, but there's all sorts of noise about how to do it, well, this is the man with the plan. This is how he makes his living, and he's going to teach us how to buy safely and confidently and securely, and we'll all leave this talk a little bit feeling more savvy. This is part one. There is a part two upcoming, and that'll be on the Stamp Chat webpage, thestamps.org, and just continue to follow social media, and you'll be sure to know that date. We will have time for Q&A and anything else, inquiries in general to talk stamps. We'll do that at the end. I will mute all of your mics, friends. If you want to chat, use the chat box. And if you have questions that you'd prefer not to ask, but to me, then just go ahead and privately message Heidi Rhodes, and I'll read your question aloud. But I don't think that we'll have any shy people on this call. So please enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much, Sebastien. And just as a side note, friends, Sebastien, like all of us, has been in lockdown for quite a while, and he hasn't been able to practice his English. So when we do ask our questions or share our thoughts, if we could enunciate our words and avoid some jargon. I know I have to watch myself, so just let's be respectful, and we thank the polyglots of the world. Thank you. All right, without further ado, Sebastien, thank you so much, and bonjour to the APS.
Bonjour Heidi, bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Thank you for this wonderful introduction, Heidi. And thank you for giving me the chance to speak out today. And thank you to the APS to organize all these chats. I think it's quite wonderful and very useful during this special time of COVID-19. So the presentation today is about buying online. So the level is mostly for beginners. So what I will show you is mostly for people who nearly never buy online. But after this, we will have a question and answer, and then I will be very happy to reply to any question or attendees may have. So let's start. So what shall we talk about? So first I will introduce myself and then my website delcampe.net. Then we will talk about why you should buy on the internet, the reasons why it is convenient and easy, it is safe, the inventory is really huge. Then we will see how to buy on the internet. First, it should be a demo. So I will show you directly on, I will use my website to show that, but it is the same on any website you can use. So, okay, you will learn how to use any website to buy online. So the first, we will see how to register and log in on the site, to search and browse, how to bid and buy, to pay and track your purchase, and then give and receive feedback. And then finally, we will see how you can watch your favorite searches, categories, sellers, and items. So Then we will have a demo, and at the end, we will have, if you have questions, I will be more than happy to answer. So first, about myself, for the ones among you who don't know yet me. Yes, I'm Belgian, so you can probably hear my accent. And as Heidi told you, yes, I'm not an English speaker. I hope you will understand all what I say. And if a word is not clear enough, maybe I may use a wrong word. Just please hold your hand and ask, and I will try to explain better. So I am 42, and I am father of a family with three children. They started collecting already. They are 12, 6, and 4 years old. Myself, I am a stamp collector since my early childhood. As you can see, I just found last week a picture of myself when I was quite young with my favorite book at that time, which is a stamp book. You can probably notice few of famous stamps on this book. So I started collecting when I was, I think, 6. I was 6 when my father gave me some stamps from Bulgaria. And since that time, I am a stamp lover. I never stopped collecting stamps. I joined the APS a little more than 15 years ago, I think, and I am today a member of dozens of philatelic associations around the world, mostly dealers association, but collectors association as well, as I am a collector myself. And why I am here today for this web conference is that 20 years ago, I started a website called Delcampe.net. Yes, it is my personal name. Just because when I started it, I never could imagine that one day it would be a business. I will explain you after how this all started. And I am a consultant for the worldwide collectibles market as well. That means there are companies who require my consultants about the collectibles market, which is quite complicated. And I help them and give guidelines to give more light on how it is working. And recently I started being a business angel as well. That means I help new companies to start. I invest money in the company, and I help the founders to be as successful as possible. So this is just about myself. Then about Delcampe. As I said, I will try to explain you how to generally buy on the internet. But the example I will take is my own website, because of course this is the one I know the best, because I made it myself. So I started it 20 years ago. I was still young at that time. I was 22. It was just a hobby. I just made it to test if I would be able to program it. Okay, and then I launched a website to show my personal sales, because I was a stamp dealer at the time when I was 22. And then people started to join and buy things from my store, and they're asking me to allow them to sell as well. So I kept my name. The name is still Delcampe, but I allowed people to start selling. So the site became a marketplace, and all these friends, they brought their friends, who brought their friends. And today we have a little more than 1 million users on Delcampe worldwide. Delcampe is now the largest marketplace for collectors. I've written here some figures. We have more than 90 million listings on Delcampe live now. You can buy. And among these listings, we have 25 million stamps, only stamps. As I said, 1 million users. Among them, we have 100,000 sellers. 2,000 of them are professional dealers. And we have 60 auction houses using the site as well. So this is in short about just myself and the site. Now I will explain you a bit more about buying online. So first, the reasons why you should buy on the internet. Okay, I can suppose that if you are here today is because you think, okay, you have something to do buying online on the internet. It is something you would like to try to test. And so, okay, you have to know that it's convenient and easy. It's very, you can find there many items. a website like Delcampe, we made it for collectors. So that means we made it as simple as possible and as tailor-made as possible for collectors. Something important again is that you can use your mobile phone to buy online as well. That means wherever you are, if you are somewhere in a waiting room or okay, just you can still buy online. Buying on the internet is today safe. Of course, nothing is 100% safe. That does not exist anywhere. But you have many possibilities to check the safety of your purchase on the internet. First of all, you have this on all websites. You have feedbacks. That means that after a transaction, the seller gives a feedback to the buyer, and the buyer gives a feedback to the seller. So when you see an item online, you can check whether or not this seller has already sold something. And if he has sold something, you can see if it's really, if it happens well, if it was okay for the previous buyers. So you can check the seller's experience. Second, you can pay with PayPal or Delcampe, which are two means to pay online, which are secure and safe. So the third reason why you should buy on the internet is that the inventory is huge. You see, we have millions on items on Delcampe. You have the same on eBay, other sites. So you can find really a huge inventory on the internet. And most of the time, you know, when I go on shows, because I do shows all around the world, if someone is telling me that he did not find something for his collection on Delcampe, then I just reply, okay, it's time to change your collection. That's just because you are too specialized. There should be something for your collection on Delcampe. Otherwise, okay, just start a new one. Otherwise, it will be boring for you. Okay, and on Delcampe, yes, we have 25,000 different categories on Delcampe. There are so many countries, period, topics. You know that philately is really huge. And okay, the inventory we have is huge as well. We are from philately to postal history. Whatever you can imagine about philately, you can find it online. And one important point about my site, for instance, is that as Heidi said, we are very, very popular in Europe, more than in the USA for the moment. And that means you can find items on Delcampe that you could difficultly find in the US. I mean, we have so many professional dealers on Delcampe, so many private collectors selling online on Delcampe, that of course you will find something for your collection here that maybe you can find anywhere else. This is something which is important for us. So these are the reasons why you should buy online. So after this, I will now just say you the point you will see here, but I think I will not enter into details now because, okay, what is better than a demo? I will show you after how to sign up on the site, how to sign in, how to create your account, use it. Then we will search and browse the site. We will try to find an item. We will bid and buy. Why not? Okay, we can do that. I will show you the difference between fixed price and auction, because there are two types of sales we are doing on Delcampe, and you can find on other sites as well, on the marketplace. I will also show you how you can pay and track your purchase, or you can pay online with your credit card or PayPal or Delcampe to track all the process. And then I will show you how the feedback works, and then how to watch your favorite items and listings. So I hope the theory was not too long. So now we will see in practice how that works. So you see my screen? Yeah, it seems okay. So here, I wish you welcome on the homepage of Delcampe. So welcome there. This is where you arrive when you type delcampe.net in your browser. So you can see that Delcampe is not only about stamps. We do all kind of collectibles, only collectibles. We started with stamps, but today we have stamps, but we have postcards as well, coins, old paper, antiques, etc., etc., etc. As I said, we have 25,000 categories for collectibles, which is quite huge. And so on the home page, I will show you, because we have just a small explanation at the end here. Yeah, how does it work? Yeah, it's on the screen now. I think it's important if you begin on the internet just to understand the process, how that works globally. So the first step is a seller. So somewhere in the world is putting an item up for sale. This is the first step. That means at Delcampe, it is important to say it, we are a marketplace. That means we do not sell stamps ourselves. We do not own stamps. We don't touch them. We are only the website. This is our job. And then people can put online their items there for sale. That will be part of another conference. If you check the schedule, you will see later, I think it's on 28 or 29 of June, about how to sell online. This will be something else at the end of the month. And so this is the first step. Someone puts the item online. The second step is that you, the buyer, you browse the listings, you search for with keywords, and then you find an item you would like to have. And then you can buy your item, or you can bid on auction. At the end of the auction, or immediately if you buy fixed price, then you receive a confirmation that you are the buyer, and you receive an invoice from your seller stating how much you have to pay and the link to pay him online. Then you receive your stamps at home, and it's time to exchange feedbacks with your seller. So you can just say to other members of the community, if your experience with this seller was okay or not. It's time to share it. And same for you. This is something which is this is specific for our site. The seller can give feedback to the buyer as well. So we work like a community. We have a community of collectors, which is quite big. And it is important for us that everyone is paying the rules. So feedbacks is in the both sides. I can tell you that feedbacks, it's here in the bottom left. For the transaction, we have 99.8% of feedbacks, which are 100%. So it's positive feedbacks. So I can tell you that, okay, not all transactions are perfect on the site, but really we have many happy customers on Delcampe. And that's something that makes us different as well. Yes. And this is not for you, the buyer, but each month the seller has to pay a commission to Delcampe. This is how we earn our living at Delcampe. We earn a commission on the sales on the site. So if the seller sells something, okay, he is happy. We are happy as well because we will have a commission. If he does not sell, okay, we are sad with him. So we work together. Yeah. So that's basically how that works. So now I am going at the top of the page, and there I will show you how you can sign up to the site, because every action you will do on the site, you do that with an account. You have to choose, I will show you how to become a member. So just you see here on top left, you have a link sign up. Just click there. Okay, you have to choose whether you sign up as a private individual or a professional. So let's say you are an individual. I will create a new account for myself. So my first name, my surname, my address. Zip code and city. So the site located me in Belgium. And then I have to choose for a nickname. This is your username. This is the username you will have on the site. This is the name the other members will use to name you. So let's say test Sebastien. And here my email. And you have to choose a password. Take something easy you can easily remember. Not too easy because you don't want any other person to take your account. So Okay, just something you will not forget. Okay, then I wrote my password. I will not tell you what it is. You have to choose. Validation. Of course, you want to receive the newsletter or not, you choose. But you have to accept the terms and conditions, and you have to certify that you are an adult. If you are not, just okay, you can be a kid or a teenager, but you have to have the agreement of your parents to use the site. So my birthday. So no, you have no more reason to forget about my birthday next year, 2nd of May 1978. So sign up now. Now let's cross fingers. Okay. So now we have to just check that your email is correct. So what you have now, we have sent you an email to this email address, which is mine in that case. I have to go to my inbox here. Just check it. Okay, that's it. It's very fast, the internet. So I just have to open my email, and there, okay, you just have to confirm your subscription just by clicking on that button. So wonderful, you're a Delcampe member. That's it, that's as easy. And now with this account, you can easily, okay, we have a wonderful, beautiful marketing page here to tell you everything you can do. You can read that next time and you will go to the site. But your account allows you to do, okay, use all functionalities on the website, whether you want to sell or to buy. Okay, now you are ready to do it. Okay, just a short word about this. The Delcampe you see here, it is actually like PayPal, you know, probably PayPal, which is used on eBay. We have PayPal as well on Delcampe, but we have Delcampe Pay too. That means we started our own payment system 2 years ago. We can use it very conveniently on the site to pay your sellers. So now that we have an account, the system detected that you are test Sebastien, and okay, your session is open, and we can go to the site. We will go back to the home page just by clicking on the logo, and we will start now browsing the site. So I will not show you postcards and coins. Of course, I will go to stamps. Just notice you see a Belgian stamp here, but if you are getting it in the US, you will see a beautiful US stamp. So it will be more welcoming for you. Here I am Belgium, so I see a Belgian stamp. So here you see all the first and second level of categories we have for stamps. You can see we have, yes, a little more than 25 million items on the site. You see here all categories. I will try to not go too fast. So you have here all countries, there you have all topics, and you have sublevels as well. Here is the easy list of categories. And you see we have supplies as well, supplies, books, software, catalogs. We sell them as well. So we will go back to country. Well, let's take United States. In United States, what we can see is that we are a specialized website. That means that we are collectors ourselves. Not all my employees are, of course. We are just 35 employees, so it's not a big company. It's a normal one. And in our company, we just have 3 philatelists, but 3 good philatelists. We love stamps. And these philatelists, they manage the categories. That means, for instance, here you can see categories for the United States, which is globally structured, like what you can find in the Scott's catalog, for instance. You have the postage stamps, and then you have the backup books, and okay, that kind of structure you are well used to classify your collection. What we can go here. Let's say you are interested by 19th century stamps, so the classic ones. And okay, let's see what we have in covers and documents. What you can see here, you see the structure. Here we have covers and documents. We have a little more than 15,000 items in this category. So just click on the link. So here you see your first listing of item on Delcampe. I will show you what you can see here. So here you have a breadcrumb. That means you can know anytime where you are, so you are not lost in the site. The category you are in is here. The number of items which are in the listing. This I will show you a little later. Add to my favorite. This comes a little later. You can filter the listings. As I told you, here you can see all sales, but you can choose to see only auctions, only fixed price, or you have the auction house item. Maybe it's time to just tell you the difference between these. So fixed price items just means, okay, you see an item, you want it, you buy it, you pay it, it's yours. So it's very fast, but it does not the price never go up. Then you have online auctions. Online auctions is a bit different. You have a starting date, ending date, and during that time, you as a buyer, you can submit a bid. And there are other collectors who are your enemies during this auction. They will try to overbid you, and they can put bid themselves. And okay, at the end, the highest bidder will win the stamp. This is fixed price auction. Maybe I will show you more in detail after. And we have auction house. This I will not show you this time because it is something a bit different. It is just an auction with public auction, and you can just submit your bids before the auction happens. And you can do that through Delcampe. We have today a little more than 60 auction houses put in their catalog on Delcampe. So you can see only the new items. If you come every day on the site or every week, okay, you can see just which new items we have for 1 week, for instance. You can see the payment methods. For instance, you only use, okay, PayPal or Delcampe. Okay, you can filter your listing here. You can choose the order of the listing. On Delcampe, the default order is the most recent first. That means we on Delcampe, we have most of our visitors are returning visitors. We have people who like the site, they come every day. Okay, the Delcampe is really their main hobby. This is a phenomenon we have on Delcampe. So they come on the site and they want just to see what's new on the site. So the default sorting is here. You have as well the bargain hunters. They want just to see what will close soon first, so they can try to snipe a bit just at the last second. Okay, they use the second order here. And then you can sort by least expensive or most expensive or by title. You choose. You have the sales status. So these are the currently running sales. So sales you can buy now. You have ongoing with bids. That means, okay, you can see which auctions have bids on them. And that could be quite useful because it is an indication that this item, if there is a bid, could be interesting. You can see the closed listings and closed and sold only listings, which is quite interesting because that makes the site like an open catalog. You can see what has been sold on the site and for what price. It's useful, for instance, if you want to sell a stamp, okay, you can see if this stamp was already sold on the site and for what price. That is a useful information. This is the real price, real market price. So the closing in, so you can see items that we close in 1 hour. The price, depending on your budget, you choose a price from $10 to $100, you choose, and the seller location. I would advise you, if you begin buying on the internet, first try to buy with sellers from your country, from your location. just because it's not that it is really complicated to buy worldwide, but the first step, okay, before running, start working. Or if you are in the USA, start with a USA seller. This is what I will do here. I will take, you see we have all location. You can choose a continent if you like. So here it is Asia. We will go to North America and we will take United States. It's here. Okay. So now we will see only items located in the USA and that you can pay through Delcampe or PayPal, basically. I will apply the filters. And you have the possibility as well, this is something useful. You can save these settings for all lists. That means, okay, if you know that you only want to buy USA, you don't have to, and every time to do it again, what we have done now, okay, just save this and you don't have to take care about this later. So we apply the filter. Okay, and you see that we previously had 15,000 items. With these filters, we still have 12,000 items, but it's quite normal that most US stamps are sold by US seller. Now I will show you what it looks like. So as I told you, we are in the category covers of the 19th century, so covers with classic stamps. You can have information here. I will show you. Okay. We will take the first one. So you have different information directly in the listing. Here, for instance, you have an image. You have the title of the sale. You have the price. Just here, I see it is in euro, which is not convenient for you. I will show you how you should change that. At the end of the page, at the bottom, you have the parameters of your page. Okay, you see here the language is English United States because there can't be six languages. We work in French, English, Dutch, German, Italian, and Spanish. Here you have the currency. That means if you here choose the US dollar, that means all prices on the site will be in US dollar, sometimes converted. Okay. So you see we are back to the same listing, but you have the price in US dollar. So this cover price is $80. You have the time remaining. That means you can, okay, this sale will close in 5 days. You have the seller. Here the seller is nickname. So the username is James Principal. That's a professional dealer. Maybe some among you know. This seller is Sergio Sismondo and Lion Sismondo from Canada. I know them quite well. Okay, you can see how many feedbacks they had, the average feedback they got. They are Club Plus member gold on the site, and they have a status as verified seller. That means we verified their identity. Something you can do directly from the listing, and this is something which is not that usual on marketplaces, is that you can zoom from here. So just click on the image, and you have an image enlarged. So you don't have to open the item page to check the enlargement of the image. You can do that directly from here. And something more that most people don't know. So I will show you that as an insider tip. You can choose to compare to listings. Just open another image and you can drag and drop like that. So you can easily compare. Of course, here you have different items, so there is no real reason to compare it. But if you have same items, similar items, okay, it's better to compare them. I will close. To close, just click on the image again. I can show you as well that, for instance, here you see there are 2 pictures for this item. Okay, 2 pictures are there. And you have a zoom as well. So you can enlarge from here. So you see we have pretty good quality images to show you, so you can really see if the stamp is in good state, if the cover, you see here there is some crease, but the cover is still beautiful. Okay, you can appreciate what you want to buy. Okay. Let's say you are interested by this. So you have here a postal card. I will zoom it. The price is $10. What you see here is an icon to say you that it's fixed price. Item is not an auction, so you know you can buy it for that price. You know that in 2 minutes you can be the owner of this item. I can see the seller, Jim Forte from Las Vegas. Maybe some among you know him. Yes, he has made more than 15,000 transactions on the site, and the average feedback is 100%. So, okay, you can be confident in that seller. We will click now on the title to get more information about the sale itself. So what you see here, you have again the title, you have the item, you have another possibility to zoom here. The price, remaining time, the payment methods, so you have Delcampe, PayPal, others, the location on item, the language is spoken by your seller. Because it is important if you want to buy worldwide, just make sure your seller can speak English if you speak English. Otherwise, you may have difficulties to do the transaction with him. You have a description of the item here, the Scott number. This is a 2-cent Liberty postal card. This is in use and saw it. You have sales conditions. This is important to check mostly when you start on the site, because the sellers can have different sales conditions depending how they want to sell. What you can see here is the destination where the seller wants to sell. The method here is ships after payment. The shipping costs are payable by the seller if you buy in the USA. The payment methods and the guarantee. Here you see you get money back if not satisfied. It is very convenient to buy with it. Let's say you are located in the USA. Okay, what you read here is shipping to the United States is free. Good news. So the price you see here, $10, okay, is the price of the item and the shipping. And you see here that shipping elsewhere in the world is $2 for the first item and then 50 cents for each additional item. So myself, okay, I know I will have to pay $2 to the seller to have this item shipped to my home. Okay, it does not prevent me of buying. So I go here. I just need to arrange my windows here because it's just in front of, okay, there. Okay, you have here a big button, buy. Just click on there. You have just to confirm your purchase. So you see again that you are now about to buy it for $10. Accept. Okay, so great news. You are now the owner of this item, wonderful item. The seller will send you an invoice. So depending on the seller, you may wait a few minutes or a few days, depending when he will manage his sales. If you want him to send the invoice sooner, just ask for the payment request. It's just a small reminder for your seller. Okay, and here we are in the management application. So you have, this is my account. In my account, you can track your purchase. So you have seen we have just bought something now. What we bought is this item. The seller is Jim Ford. Here you have my purchase tracking. And here we have awaiting invoice. That means the seller did not yet send the invoice. So you can difficultly do something now, just wait for the invoice. What I will do now is just maybe show you my personal purchase tracking. So I will have more examples for you than just the one we bought now with this test account. And just please wait. I will open a new browser. So don't panic, it is in French. I will change it to English. So I will log in now with my personal account now. So in case you don't know, my personal account is Belgian Collector. And here you see the menu of the site. I will show you the buy menu. So here you have my purchase tracking. It's just there. I will go to awaiting invoice. I believe I don't have anything to pay now because I'm of course a very good buyer. So yeah, awaiting invoice. That means I'm still waiting for the invoice from the seller, Jim 40. I bought him a cover. It was today just because of course I prepared this conference, and I bought something just to check if everything is okay, and I can easily buy with him. So here the second step, you have awaiting payment. That means the seller is awaiting for me. Here you can find what you have to pay. Here you have awaiting shipment. That means these are items I have already paid, but I have not yet received. So you see, I have bought there some coins that time. You have here tracking. You see here I bought to a seller which is located in the Netherlands. I bought him 7 items for a total of $168. Here you can see all the history of the transaction. So you see that he requested the payment on May 20 in the morning, and then I paid on May 21. He received immediately because I paid through Delcampe, so it is an immediate way of payment. He shipped the item on June 4th, and okay, thank you, coronavirus. I'm still waiting for my shipment now, but it will arrive, just a matter of time. I will not spend too long time here on the tracking because this is something you can easily try by yourself, or if you ask questions, I will come back to this interface after. Let's go back to the test account now. Okay, now that I have shown you how you can buy, I show you for a fixed price, but we did not yet looked at the auctions. So I will show you about an auction. So let's say now that you collect. Okay, Belgian stamps, wonderful stamps. You see there we have more than 1 million Belgian stamps on the site. Okay. As for the US categories, we have specialized categories for Belgium. We have this for a lot of countries actually. And so you have here all about pre-philately. You see that Belgium was not always Belgium. We have been Dutch, we have been French, we have been Spanish. Okay, we are just Belgian since 1831. And our philately started in 1849. First issue was epaulettes of Belgium. So these stamps. What you can see in the listing, you can here see that it's fixed price. The price is there, and then we will search for an option. Hope we can find easily one. Today we average that all the items are fixed price and alpha auction. Approximately, I think we have 55% fixed price on the site. But for this category, we have many fixed price items. So I've shown you that you can filter here the type of sale. Okay, let's ask for the auctions. There are not. Okay, so there is not any US dealer selling auction for Belgian epaulette stamps. So let's go worldwide. We will now see dealers from the entire world. Okay, here we have more. We have a little more than 900 items. You see here we have auctions with bidding already. There you can see there is already 1 bid, 30 bids, 2 bids. So yeah, these items are quite hot on the site now. They are not expensive. That's why they are bidding on that. Okay, let's play with the other. Let's take that one with 13 bits. I will open the item, just click on the title. You see the image again here. You can see the details on the stamp. You have again information about the seller. Time remaining for the auction. Present price is 20 euro in that time because this seller is located in Belgium. So now you have to choose between the sale started, the auction started for ads. You can see here the bid history started at 5 euro. And here you have all these members of the community, they have bid until 19 euro in 4 days. This is what happened. And now you, as you have an account on Delcampe, you can play with them, you can bid. Present price is 19 euro, and you have to choose whether you want just to bid 1 euro more, so you put 20, which is the minimum now, or if you want, you can send a maximum bid. That means if you like to go maybe until 30 euro for that beautiful stamp, you can put 30 here, and what will happen, I will show you. So let's put I will put more because I don't really want to win that lot with a test account. 22. I hope I will get over it, actually. Otherwise, I will pay it. It's okay. So 22. Let's bid. So what you see here is that Delcampe will bid for you when necessary until your maximum bid has been reached. So your bid is 20 euros. That will be your visible bid. But Delcampe will keep as a secret the 22 euro, which is your ceiling. And if someone comes to overbid you, okay, we will bid again until 22. We accept. My bid is confirmed, but I am not the leading bidder. Okay. Actually, I'm happy in that case. But if I would really love that to have that stamp, I would be frustrated now. What has happened? I will show you in the history of the bidding. So here you have the bid. Okay, you see the new member test Sebastien is here, and we went directly from 19 euro to 22 euro, and this user, he has put a maximum bid as well. So I have been overbid immediately. I could continue playing and so on. And this is how the auction work on Delcampe, and you can find similar ways of working on other marketplaces. It's quite exciting, and you can make good bargains with auctions. Myself as a seller, I mostly sell all my items for starting at 1 euro, and the price is always good because it is the buyers, the community, the market is making the price actually. So I don't have to check my catalogs and so on. Okay, I don't lose that time. I just put my item, I describe it, €1, and you, the buyers, you make the price. Yeah. Sometimes I will lose money because the price will be low, and sometimes the price will be high, and I will gain money. And at the end of the month, I'm happy. It's okay. Yeah. So this is about the auction. I see that the time. Oh, we have still 10 minutes, I think, ID. Is it time to the question and answer, or I should see something? You choose.
Yeah, friends, if anybody would like to talk about or ask Sebastien questions on buying online, or if you do buy online, or what the trends are right now, by all means, chime in. I was asking Sebastien whether disinfectant mail had seen a spike, or what the trends were. So,
Okay.
and what are the trends right now, Sebastien?
Actually, you have different trends in collectibles and in stamp in particular. We have trends that last for decades. For instance, we have seen in the last 10 years that postal history has boomed, and we see that topic, so the thematic, they boom for now 2 or 3 years. I don't know why exactly, but probably the association do a good job, and we see that. And we have other trends that are very very limited in time. You talked about pandemic. For sure, we have now people looking for pandemic items. We have people looking for topic about health, for instance. When we have the Olympic Games happening, okay, we have many collectors wanted to have Olympic items. So we have that kind of trends. And at Delcampe, we follow the trends. That means when we have a special event, I can tell you, for instance, recently we celebrated the 180 years of the penny black. Many people talk about that. We did as well on Delcampe, and we sold many penny blacks for the occasion. So there, at that time, we don't create the trends, and we just follow it, and the community of collectors make the trend. At some time, we start a trend. That means we make articles on Delcampe. I did not tell everything, of course, but on Delcampe, we have a huge community of collectors. We have a very active forum on Delcampe. We have a blog. We have a magazine, Delcampe Magazine Philately. I should confess that it is in French. I'm sorry. We have it's very popular in France. It's a main magazine in France for philately, Delcampe Magazine. But we do an edition in English every year, so you can find it online as well. It is free. You can read it online. And 1 year over 2, we print out a Delcampe magazine for Monaco film. It is a great event we have in Monaco, and we produce a magazine which is in French and in English. And I hope I did that next time in Monaco, I will be able to give you your free copy of the Delcampe magazine in English.
We'd appreciate that. That'd be great. Markin, did you want to say something, or you're just moving your hand around? Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Sebastien, first of all, thank you very much for popping up on the APS stamp chat and all the information you very kindly provided. Thank you very much again. My very particular question is, and a very upfront question. There are 2 players online on the website, you and eBay. Okay. And I'm sure you have some nice stuff all the time. And I have an account and I do buy from Delcampe. Now, the question is that on how many occasions you have the serious items, the high ticket, high value items, philatelic items in particular, pops up on your Delcampe, and which one is the most expensive stamp got sold on Delcampe?
Good question.
It's a good question. Maybe the best answer is to show you, because you as a visitor, you can see the most expensive stamps we have sold. What I can tell you is for the most expensive item, the rarest items are sold mostly by professional dealers on Delcampe, and depending on these dealers, we have very, very interesting items or not, depending the country. As we are very, I will go back to the site to show you. As we are very, very popular among, throughout Europe, I can show you, for instance, for the French stamps we have online. I will go back to the home page. You know, we have great seller on Delcampe. Recently, I've seen La Postale Philately from Paris or Bear Philately from Paris. They've put online very expensive items. I'm just up to it. Sorry if it is a bit slow, but I live in the country, so and I am now at home, as many people are. And, my connection is not always.
I know. Pascal Bear is known for the very expensive material around the world.
Exactly, and I have seen recently that he puts item on our site. So we'll go from here. Up. So stamps. We'll go, for instance, for France, to France. Here we have the French categories. We have more than 3 million items online. We can see all items here. And then what I will do, and you can do this yourself, so you can see that. First, I will check the worldwide seller, not only the United States. I will take all payment methods, and I will take the most expensive first.
Ooh.
So here you will see, okay, if you want to invest much in philately, okay, this is the place to be. So, yeah, for instance, here you have items. This is very, very, very rare and great items of French philately. Here you have sheets for $44,000.
Amazing. I'm sure I'm enjoying it, and everybody else as well.
You see,
Oh,
and
thank
we
you very
can
much.
see what has been sold here. You can just check to sales status, and you go to close and sold only. You will see. I don't do that for a long time, so maybe I will be surprised myself. Okay, you have the answer.
That's fascinating. Wow, look at that market.
Thank you. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Sebastien.
I think it is interesting enough.
220,000. Wow.
Yeah. But of course, this is a unique piece. This is not something you can find anywhere else. Yes, but I have to be honest with you. I cannot show you exactly the same quality and most very expensive item for a country like the USA, because we have very great seller there. But as we are very, very popular in Europe, we have that kind of buyer that can afford to buy that as well in our community. You know, and that which is important is that we have things to give joy to very people with a small budget, but to people with a big budget as well. So this is okay. The most important thing for us is not really the price of the item. Of course, we earn our living with that. So an expensive item means an expensive commission for us. But most important thing is that people can find joy on the site. That's why I started the site at the beginning.
To find joy?
Yeah, maybe the word is not okay.
No,
to find happiness, yes.
Right. No,
It's the most important thing, because you know, when I started, it was not a business. It was just my hobby, my home page, and I would never imagine that one day I would reply to this question. And I did not know this item was sold yet, because I just discovered it now. And okay, that was not my objective at the beginning. Just okay, the community is the most important thing.
And you said it best. Well, thank you so much, Sebastien. We have gone through our hour, and we always blaze through our stamp chats. They go like that. But I hope that everybody, you know, leaves this talk feeling a little bit more confident If you haven't heard of Delcampe, then it's time to go check it out. Remember, the APS does have a stamp store, and we have 350,000 items there as well. But the best thing for us to do as collectors and philatelists is to have that palette from where we can go and source. And I'm astounded by your inventory, Sebastien. It is magnifique. It is really incredible. We did have a member that was in the a participant, and she said she just wanted to let you know that she created an account in May, and that the Delcampe was extremely helpful in her building her Norwegian collection. So that's very cool. Thank you so much.
That's the most important for us.
Sebastien Delcampe will be with us again on June 29th for part 2 of this conversation about selling. So perhaps you have thought about selling your stamps and you want to know more about it, then join us here on Stamp Chat. Tomorrow at 0900 Eastern, we will have Mr. Patrick Masalis on the call. If you haven't registered, that is a registration required event. And on Wednesday at 7 p.m., Mr. James Gates, who's on the line, he will be our presenter. So you'll want to join us for that Stamp Chat as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us at an unusual hour, but we really appreciate you coming to us, Sebastien from Belgium, and you're getting your thumbs up from Rick Howell and Hal Turner and Jim Gates. And our new friend on the line, I don't see your name yet. Oh, I don't know your name. Oh, and there's Morgan. So thank you, everybody. It's all about community. Ultimately, it's about the community. And thank you to the Dave family for all of your APS memberships that you've made. We are so happy to be connecting in India. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much.
Namaste. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Merci
Namaste,
beaucoup.
everyone. Thank you.
Everybody be safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.
Merci, Heidi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
It's my pleasure.